AC/DC is back. Atreyu has parted ways with their vocalist, and Iron Maiden is back in the studio. Stick with us.
Rock Feed needs you to subscribe right now with notifications on so that we may enjoy a plethora of subscribers. Say 1 million perhaps? No? Yes.
Yes, please subscribe. All right, we have news from Atreyu, as you can see up on your screen now, a statement from the band that we all unfortunately expected to come sooner rather than later. We had reported previously from Lamb Goat that it did look like they were separating from their vocalist and that he was going to be leaving the band, Alex Varkatzis, and that has come true today. The statement says, "We have been a band for over 20 years now, lived our dreams together as friends and as brothers. We traveled the world doing what we love, and we have been fortunate enough to play music for such an incredible fan base that provides us with the opportunity to share our greatest moments with them. Now, a time of change has come for all of us. Alex Varkatzis is sailing off on a ship of his own and will part ways with Atreyu. He will not disappear, and neither will Atreyu. There's nothing but love and respect for each other, and we can't wait to see what he will come up with next. Stay tuned for his upcoming projects, and we all wish him success and fulfillment with all of his future endeavors. Atreyu's next adventure is a month among us. We love you, and we'll see you shortly." Atreyu was in the studio several months ago. It does seem like they have new music ready to go, and Alex has posted on his Instagram with a message personally from his fans that deviates a little bit from the statement that we heard from Atreyu.
What's up, everybody? You know, a lot of you have been asking about it. Please see my official statement below. I just want to take a quick second from the bottom of my heart to say thank you to all of you who have supported my music all these years. There's no words. Thank you so much.
So he wrote below, "After 20 rewarding years of creating music with Atreyu, the band and I are parting ways. I am forever thankful for the memories, experiences, and friendships made along the way. Thank you to all the friends and fans. I have lots of new music and art to share with you all in the future. Love and respect." So it does seem like the terms are decent. Always, there's usually more tension than the bands lead on, but you know what that's called? That's called being professional. That's called being adults. That's called being grown-ass men and handling your business. So I commend both parties for being respectful to one another, and I wish them all the best. Alex is an incredible vocalist. His music with Atreyu has really meant a lot to me over the years, so I look forward to hearing what he comes up with next, and I also look forward to hearing what Atreyu comes with, and I suspect that it would seem that Atreyu's going in more of a commercial rock section, and Alex, his screaming vocals and, you know, are not necessarily in line with that change in direction. But we'll have to see. I would suspect that that would be the case, and we'll find out sooner rather than later when Atreyu ends up putting out new music. And so let's talk a little bit now about Iron Maiden. And Iron Maiden has a little bit of news from the studio where they apparently have been working on new music. The frontman, Bruce Dickinson, posted an update to their fans about what they've been doing during this pandemic. He's looking good, as always, standing in front of what looks like an arcade machine of sorts. And here is a little bit of his message to his fans.
A lot of things haven't happened this year. That's blindingly obvious. And it's very, very frustrating. However, we do have plans. In the meantime, what we're doing? Well, we're doing bits of writing. I'm talking to Steve. We've been working together a little bit in the studio on what I can't tell you because they'd have to kill me.
What are they doing in the studio?
All on board with us. Obviously, after the cancellation of the shows and rescheduling of the shows this year, all of our lives were cancelled. The Killer Crew is still on board for when we resume normal service next year, whenever that is. So in the meantime, we're all still here. We're all still gagging and raring to go. We are not going away. We are solid. And there's
Love it.
Great stuff happening in the near future.
Love it.
Bye for now. Live long and prosper.
Love it. You're a legend. What a legend. I love that guy. That brightened my day. All right. So obviously Iron Maiden isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And as he mentioned, and it does sound like they have some new music in the works, they're going to be bringing those touring dates back next year as we continue to work towards a vaccine and all that good stuff. It looks like we're seeing some positive news there. It's always good to have some positivity there. Now, let's talk about AC/DC. We've already talked about this a little bit, but as suspected, as rumored for quite some time, AC/DC is back. They have returned, and they have the lineup of Brian Johnson, Cliff Williams, and Phil Rudd officially back in AC/DC. Phil Rudd, of course, has had no shortage of drama. It's amazing to see him back in AC/DC after everything that dude has been through. What a mess that's been. For those of you who haven't been clear on what's gone on with Phil Rudd, he was found guilty of possession of drugs and making threats to kill back in 2015, which led to obviously his departure from the group. So it's fortunate, that he's been able to put that in the past and he's marching on. And of course, you have Cliff Williams. He actually retired from the group back in 2017, but he's back, baby. AC/DC is rolling full steam ahead here with vocalist Brian Johnson after he left the band due to some sort of a hearing issue. He wasn't sure if he's going to continue, and then naturally you saw Axl Rose from AC/DC come in and happily take his job and his livelihood from him. I'm just kidding. Axl Rose was just filling in, and he did a fantastic job. But Brian Johnson is back in the fold, back where he belongs, up on stage with AC/DC. AC/DC is one of those bands, too, where they've been around for a long time, but their live shows have always been kick-ass. Even today, I would go see them tomorrow. It is massive. It's awesome. They're one of those older bands that really never loses their touch, sort of like the Rolling Stones. They still put on an amazing spectacle, just like Metallica. Metallica's not as old, but, they put on a kick-ass show, and you just got to see it. It's like the damn circus. So you're seeing images coming out from AC/DC like this Power Up. It shows the lineup. This is the promo picture that they've put out. You're seeing everybody smiling back together. Brian Johnson with the fist up. He's obviously very, very happy to be back up there with his brothers in the band. And this is just really the best situation you could possibly hope for, to see AC/DC really coming back together with, as good of a lineup as you could ask for at this point, and everybody seems happy. They seem healthy, and we know that we're going to get some new music sooner rather than later. To be honest with you folks, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see some AC/DC music dropping this Friday. I have no information on whether that will occur, but that's when new music is coming out these days, and they're rolling out promo photos this week. You could probably bet a little bit of money on AC/DC actually releasing new music this week, and it will be really, really exciting to see that actually happen. AC/DC, of course, could possibly release some tour dates maybe for next year. Those would be stadium dates, so it's going to be difficult to manage all of that with the ongoing lockdowns and restrictions that we're seeing currently. But eventually stadium dates will come back. We'll all be partying again. I know I'll be drinking some beers and drinking some White Claws and having a good time, folks. So listen, I hope everyone out there is doing okay, having some positivity in your lives. I just want to thank you guys for continuing to support the channel. And so thank you all so much for tuning in. Looking forward to that AC/DC, that Iron Maiden, and whatever Atreyu and Alex respectively are cooking up. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you all very soon.